Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to my very first episode of a brand new series that I'm calling Cheapskate Gaming. Now, the reason I'm calling it Cheapskate, if anybody's not from the UK and is not aware of that word, it basically means when you don't want to spend loads of money. And the best way of doing this at the moment is PlayStation Plus, if you're on the PlayStation 4, or Games with Gold if you're on the Xbox. Now, at the end of the day, the games aren't free, so to speak, because you're paying like a monthly subscription, but really you're going to be playing that anyway to play your online games, so in a way, you know, they are free if you, depending on the way you see it, but, you know, either way, you get like £80 worth of content over about 2 months worth of games for about £8, so it's well worth the money either way. Now, this month we've had 3 games that are PlayStation 4 compatible, Entwined, Stikes, and Rocket League. So we're going to start this off with Rocket League, as you can see here, and we're going to be doing the other games in later videos as I go through basically all of the PlayStation Plus games. I'm also going to be going back to a lot of the old PlayStation Plus games that I never played, either because they're really bad or because I just never got around to it. So we've got some things like Don't Starve, which I actually really like and really want to play, to really bad games, possibly that aren't as good, like Mercenary Kings and some of the really weird indie titles, like Outlast. Anyway, today, Rocket League. This is some 2v2 duel gameplay that I did with a friend, Bakura the Explorer, that you may have seen in a few of the other videos. We did this on ranked, so we were a bit worried. This is like our first game going into it, and I think we just had a mojo. Shamefully, it's not a perfect game, but it is some really good gameplay. Now, I probably put in quite a few hours into Rocket League. I don't know the exact hour total, but it's got to be well over 20 hours. It really has. I managed to unlock every item on my main account. This is actually a separate account, Duck Gaming. You can add Duck Gaming on PlayStation Network now if you want to play with me. You know, who knows? Send me an invite. But yeah, I mean, on this account I haven't unlocked as many items, but the very fact that I've unlocked all the items on my main account and unlocked about 10% of the items on this guy shows that I probably put too much time into it. Now, my main account, I'm only pro, I think, level 23, but we have managed to do all the trophies bar travel 500 kilometers, or I think it's 500 or 50 kilometers, which we're going on to. Now, I am really enjoying it. Now, a lot of people had a little bit of hate because the servers weren't perfect, but the problem with the servers is servers are never great to start with. I mean, EA servers, they're always terrible. I mean, if you look at the launch of Battlefield 4, those servers weren't working for about 2 to 3 months. Rocket League managed to get their servers working in about a month. Although you do sometimes get bad games, that's not necessarily the server issues. That's because you have people with bad ping and, you know, bad connection themselves. That's not necessarily the game's fault. That's the fact that, you know, the people you're playing with. So that's not really their fault. Now, for me, I was a massive fan of Battle Cars, Super Acrobatic Battle Cars, and you know, I did actually have it on the PlayStation 2. I never played many of the expansion DLC maps, but the main game itself I really enjoyed. I was kind of going to this, I think we were all a bit wary about what it was. I mean, most people had seen gameplay of Rocket League, but it's really got a massive cult following since it's come out, and I think it was 170,000 people online at the same time in servers like 2 days ago. It's massive, for considering it's kind of considerable, a small indie game. Now, the actual developer behind it is a proper AAA title developer, but the actual game itself, you have to class as an indie title. It is a small game, but with such a lot of content in it, it's just quite good. Now, that being said, the other thing that I think we do have, which is really advantageous, is the fact that it's free on PlayStation, so a lot of people have been downloading it if you've got PlayStation Plus and trying it and really enjoying it. So it's actually been able to get a massive community, so you've got quite a lot of people to play with, and that's probably why there's been so much strain on the servers, because they probably weren't expecting such a massive following. Now, a lot of people are kind of going on about esports. This has now become an official esport as well, which is great because, let's be honest, it's a game about hitting a ball with cars into a goal. I mean, that really should be the definition of an esport for me, and I really do like it. Now, I'm not a person who really likes football, but for me, it's not about football. Although essentially it is football, it's not football really. You don't really get that many points for saving goals. Most of what you do is offensive, and really it's luck. I mean, I get a lot of goals in this game. I think I get 6 or 7 goals in a game, which is quite good, but at the same time, most of the goals I do get is complete fluke. Although you aim towards the goal and you're aiming to get a goal every time you fire the ball towards the goal, you don't expect to get it. And so when you do, it is, yeah, I got it, but let's be honest, I probably won't do that again. I suppose the fact I have done, I like to think, I am better than most people. But that being said, there is about 5 games where I might have got 1 or 2 goals, but got completely decimated by the other team. Because however good you are, there's always going to be one person who's better than you, and there's always going to be one person who beats you. And the ranks in this, the skill levels increase vastly. So, to start with, you're going to be playing against complete noobs, and then you're going to be playing against the best people in the world, kind of thing. There's no kind of in between, I found. So it is very weird how that's worked, because I think it does a total skill ranking. So you can put a guy who's really bad with a guy who's really good against 2 mediocre people, and that's kind of how I found the ranking works. Shamefully, we just miss out on the perfects right there. But, to be fair, we still get a massive goal difference, which is quite good. Now, if you've got PlayStation, I would say pick it up straight away. No doubt about it. The other thing is, if you've got PC or Xbox, you can still pick it up. I think it costs £19.99 or $29.99, depending on where you are. It's well worth it, actually, because there's a lot to do in it. It gets a bit repetitive. I think it depending on what kind of gameplay you like. If you've got people to play with, it's really good. If you're playing by yourself, it does get repetitive. But what I would say is there's about 7 maps on this. But also, there's so many things to unlock. You can customize your car quite a lot. And also, the developers have said themselves that they're going to be constantly updating the game. So they've already done a bunch of kind of mediocre patches and stuff that increase performance and whatever. But the most important thing they've done already is give us basically all maps that are going to be coming out in the future are going to be free. Every single map, which basically means there's going to be no lag in the community. Everyone's going to have the same maps, and also there's a bunch of free car DLC coming to everyone because of the server problems, as well as a bunch of car packs and stuff that you can buy, which won't give you an advantage in game, but will at least increase the amount of customization. Now, this game is well worth it. I'm going to rate it 10 out of 10. It's probably the best game for free on PlayStation. So yeah, definitely. If you liked this video, then please leave a like and subscribe. Comment if you have any suggestions. Follow me on Twitter below, and keep an eye out for my Cheapskate videos that are coming, where I review a lot more of these free PlayStation Plus games. Thank you for watching, guys. See you soon.